Report. I'm Nigel D'Souza, and joining me, as always, Sonia Shenoy. Well, it's a new month, so let's get straight to the auto sales numbers. Sonia's hopped over to the big wall to tell us more about the sales that are trickling in. Sonia?
Well, thanks a lot for that. So auto sales for the month of June are trickling in, and there are three companies that have reported their sales so far. There's two-wheeler manufacturer Bajaj Auto, Eicher Motors commercial vehicle, as well as tractor maker Escorts. Now, the key takeaway is that sales have improved month on month for most companies. So Bajaj Auto, let's start with that. Total sales have come in at 3.47 lakh units. This compares to an estimate of 3.21 lakh units that Nomura put out. This is also a 20% month-on-month improvement that we've seen for Bajaj Auto. Now, for the last 4 months, if you look at it, Bajaj Auto has recorded sales anywhere between 2.9 lakh to 3.1 lakh units. And this month, the sales has come much above the preceding 4-month average, as you can see on the bar graph. Now, even for tractor maker Escorts, there's a 20% month-on-month improvement that tractor maker has reported in the month of June. That'll be up for you on your screen at 10,051 units. It's much higher than what they've done in the preceding 2 months. So that's a 20% month-on, 19.5% month-on-month growth, and higher than what we've seen in the preceding 2 months. However, on a year-on-year basis, the sales are still under a bit of pressure. This is because of the deficient monsoon that we've seen this time around. Remember, up until June 27, the monsoons are 10% deficient, and hence on a year-on-year basis, Escorts numbers have looked weak. But this is a good trajectory that we're seeing on a month-on-month basis. Let's also take a look at Eicher Motors numbers, because the commercial vehicle sales have just come out. In fact, looking very strong over there. Whether you look at the truck and bus numbers, whether you look at the overall commercial vehicle space, it's more than doubled this time around for Eicher Motors. A clear pickup in the infrastructure activity, pickup in the freight rates, and easing of the supply side situation. So the total commercial vehicle sales have come in at 6,307 units. Truck and bus sales have come in at 6,185 units, and this is a big improvement compared to what we've seen last time around. So let's take that forward to our next guest as well. Nigel, over to you.
Well, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Sonia. Well, let's get into management first. We have Jitendra Adhia, the President Finance at Atul Auto, as well as we'll be joined by Aniket Mhatre, the Institutional Research Auto Analyst at HDFC Securities, who joins in. Let's come across to you first, Aniket. What are your expectations and what's your view currently? We have a couple of numbers that have already come in. What's your initial take out there?
Hi, Nigel. Thank you for having me on your show. So as far as monthly numbers, our expectations are concerned, to be honest, we have refrained from putting out monthly estimates for last few months, for the simple reason that the sector is currently being impacted because of the chip shortages impact, right? Be it two-wheelers, be it passenger vehicles, everybody continues to be impacted by chips. So even the month-on-month numbers, if you look at, for instance, Bajaj Auto reported a very strong month-on-month pickup. But that was also because May was extremely impacted by chips, and now they are slowly seeing that impact behind. So we refrain from putting these out for the last few months right now. And I think once chips sort of normalize, the demand should come back. In terms of demand, for instance, PV's demand continues to be pretty healthy. We understand CV demand is also very strong, and two-wheelers on a QOQ basis is slowly picking up, backed by rural pickup. So.
Okay, got that. So that you set the base for the interview. We have Mr. Jitendra Adhia of Atul Auto as well. Atul Auto is the only pure-play three-wheeler manufacturer in India. So what they do is they manufacture pickup vans, delivery vans, water tank vans, etc. Mr. Adhia, tell us a little bit about the demand situation. Have you seen a pickup in the month of June? And what is the expectation over the next couple of months?
Well, thank you for having me on this show. Let me tell you the ground situation. It is picking up well, but we need to wait for a while. Still, there are few challenges, like previous speaker has said. We still face a supply chain issue. Commodity prices are likely to be stable. It has given some kind of sense that June was much better than May. Going forward, we expect that once retail finance is there, except there is a challenge of rising interest rate, but we expect that festival season will definitely give us better volume.
Ms. Adhia, we've speaking after a long while. Well, in terms of cargo and passenger, I think your split is around 40-60, right? Could you tell us, the cargo vertical is doing better, the passenger vehicle is doing passenger vertical. Give us a sense in terms of demand, and when do you get back to those higher numbers? Now, you've started off this year well, but that's obviously on a low base. I think you've sold what, close to around 5,000 units, 5,200 units till now. Where do you see you ending the year with in terms of total volumes?
Let us understand first cargo and passenger split. Industry generally is having a composition of 20% cargo and 80% passenger. Last year, there was a growth in passenger sales. Obviously, this entire application is completely dependent on availability of retail finance. As I said in my first remark, that now the independent financiers are coming in into the market, and they are definitely started doing a fresh business. So I expect there will be definitely a quantum growth in passenger application. Cargo, yes, for Atul Auto, we have that expertise of giving customized solution, and we keep continue having this composition, and we will definitely going to extend these varieties as well. For the year, I believe that, as I said, going forward, we expect healthy growth in numbers. Pre-COVID level may take some more time, but month over month, there will be definitely, volume growth.
Okay. So, in the month of June, you've sold about 1,800 units, which is a 150% growth compared to what you saw in June of last year. Of course, the base was very low. But since you're saying month on month, there will be an improvement. Any kind of monthly average that you're looking at? Would you be around this 1,800, 2,000 unit level?
See, let us understand another month, because as I said, supply chain is another issue. We expect that we will be able to come over it very soon, and post that, definitely you can expect. It is really difficult to give you the exact prediction, but would be surely, a better volume, and we would try to get closer to pre-COVID level by end of the year.
So pre-COVID level was what, around 2,500 to 3,000 units per month?
No, it was around 3,500 to 4,000 units.
Wow. So when do you think you're going to get towards that level?
With a small disclaimer, if there are no other waves and there are no other instability, obviously, as I said, by end of the year, we may reach to that level.
Okay, you said that. Aniket, I wanted your thoughts on some of the stocks that you're bullish on. You're bullish on names like Hero MotoCorp, M&M and TVS Motor. But the problem here is that names like M&M and TVS Motor have rallied quite a bit already, right? M&M, of course, on the successful launches that they have. TVS Motor, there's now talk of PEs investing in their electric mobility business. Do you think all of the good news is in the price, or could there be more to go?
Hi, Sonia. So on M&M, right? So for instance, M&M has been launching very strong products in the recent past, be it the Thar, be it the XUV700, and we have seen with the recent launch of the Scorpio. The great part about the recent Scorpio is also the fact that they have also continued their older variant, right? So it would also help boost numbers. So the current Scorpio has a more urban design, and the old Scorpio will continue to cater to rural demand, and it will help drive incremental demand in our view for M&M. So M&M, as far as the auto segment of M&M is concerned, it will continue to get re-rated, and hence it will have further headroom from here on as well. As far as tractors are concerned in M&M, after a base correction last year, we expect a single-digit volume growth this year for M&M. So that should also aid M&M positively. As far as TVS is concerned, right, we have been arguing here that TVS has been one of the only two-wheeler players, or in fact one of the only players in the industry that has actually seen margin expansion as well as market share expansion last year. Be it scooters, motorcycles, be it even exports, they have done exceedingly well. Given their recent launches of Jupiter 125 and Raider 125, and their upcoming launch of 220cc cruiser category, which would be an Avenger competitor, I think they would continue to outperform from here on. Add to that the EV story, as you rightly pointed out, they are in talks with a few PE players for unlocking value in the EV subsidiary. Even within EVs, I think TVS is well ahead of the larger guys as far as EV launching products is concerned. So we continue to maintain a buy on both the names.
Okay, just one word on Bajaj Auto, Aniket, because over there, you know, exports continues to be a big problem. Of course, this month not so much, but the management has in their own admission said that because of the ban on three-wheelers in Egypt, exports have been an issue for a while. There was a report this morning that downgraded Bajaj Auto as well. Your thoughts here, and would you be cautious too?
Yes, certainly. So for on exports, for instance, last year Bajaj has seen almost a 27% volume growth, right? And this year we are seeing headwinds, be it in regions like Nigeria, regions like Bangladesh, Nepal, and recently we are seeing some slowdown trickling in even large markets like Africa, where the currency devaluation is hitting their the economy and hence the demand trajectory. So exports, one would need to be cautious. We have a volume growth expectation in exports this year for 10%. 1Q is well below that, and we will need to monitor that month on month if we would need to sort of tone down our numbers. So that is one of the reasons we remain cautious on Bajaj, because exports has been typically their growth driver in the past, right? And they are there are headwinds right now in exports.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that. In fact, Mr. Adhia and Aniket, thanks a lot for stopping by and speaking to us. We were just talking about Bajaj Auto as well as, you know, the reason for the fall that we've seen. Nimesh is here to tell us a little more about that report. Okay, we'll get to that in a bit. But in the meantime, let's also take a quick look at what's happening with the market. ONGC is still your biggest loser at the moment, down 12.5%. Reliance Industries down 6.5%. But the other big loser this afternoon is Bajaj Auto, down almost about 3% There was that BofA Securities report that speaks about the slowdown that we've seen in some of their verticals, especially in the export market, and you know how that could be a big cause of concern. But it's not alone today. Bajaj, Tata Motors, Maruti, all under pressure. Remember, stocks like Maruti have been gaining ground quite a bit, so some profit taking is what we're seeing on names like this, while the Sensex and the Nifty are still seeing deep cuts of around 150 points on the Nifty right now.
Well, that's right. You know, Sonia, ITC, that stock has come back on the list, and that's the one that's helping the Nifty recover in today's trading session. So it's at around 280 rupees odd. Those memes are, you know, being put to rest, I think. Just take a look at that beautiful looking chart. And in this year itself, you know, the stock is up close to around 28%. So that's clearly been the outperformer. Big boy HDFC as well. I'm talking about both these two because they have a large weightage on the index. And that one as well has moved up. Remember, Reliance Industries is contributing to more than half the losses today. So with a couple of these names doing better, that's what's helping, you know, the index recover as well. And for the broader markets, Delta Corp, now that's been moving around very violently. In today's session, as we speak, that one moves to the high point of the day. And AB Fashion as well, that's the other one that's spiking up as we speak. But as promised, let's talk about Bajaj Auto. Brokerage house Bank of America has downgraded Bajaj Auto. Nimesh is with us to tell us more about that. Nimesh? Well, Nimesh, you want to tell us about Bajaj Auto? Go ahead.
Well, Nigel, so there is a downgrade on Bajaj Auto from BofA Securities. They've downgraded the stock to an underperform rating now from buy, and they've cut the target price sharply to 34.50 versus the earlier target price of 4,200. Now, the key reason for the downgrade is they expect a deteriorating export opportunity or an outlook for Bajaj Auto across all the geographies, including Nigeria. So, on back of that, they expect Bajaj Auto to report decline in volumes in FY23 versus the street expectation of 8 to 10% growth. So on back of that, they've cut the volume, they've cut the EPS estimates by 4 to 5% for FY23, and they've lowered the volume assumptions by almost 7 to 8%. Now, while on absolute terms, Bajaj Auto may not fall much, given there is a valuation comfort, there is cash on the books, as well as a small buyback. But BofA believes there are more better opportunities within the auto space outside of Bajaj Auto. So on back of that, they've downgraded Bajaj Auto to underperform now, and they've got the target price of 34.50.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. So that's perhaps the reason why Bajaj Auto is under a lot of pressure this afternoon. Let's slip into a quick break. On the other side, we'll get you more